See the question which I have given in the yesterday's class. First, we will discuss the model answer for that question so that you will know how to write answers for those questions. The question which I have given is critically evaluate whether population increase is the cause of poverty or poverty as a reason for increasing population in India. See, this question has been asked in 2015 mains. This question has been asked in 2015 UPSC mains. So that's why I've given you this question. So how do you introduce this question? So introduction even Adam. Okay, definition of poverty. Okay, then Inka Raichu. How? Okay, so how poverty and population are linked. Okay, the cause and effect of it you can write. Then, okay, the World Poverty Index data. Okay, you can write. The Global Multidimensional Poverty Index data you can write. Okay. See, out of all these introductions, see, you're writing introduction. That's good. Introduction is good. But are you really answering the question through your introduction? See, through your introduction, you need to answer the question. That sort of introduction you need to write. Rather than writing a general introduction, going for an introduction which will answer the part of the question is most important for UPSC or any exam. So here, you can directly introduce see the poverty and population. The poverty and population both are complex, multidimensional, concepts where one factor influences and get influenced by other factor. Which creates the vicious cycle. Vicious cycle. See, what do we mean by vicious cycle? That means that cycle keeps on continuing again and again and again and again. That will not break. See, if you are in a circle, if you start from here, you will be again rotating here and here and again. Just like that, it is a vicious cycle where there is no break. It is always, you are stuck in that circle. That's how these two are interdependent on each other. And this will create a vicious cycle of poverty and population, which is very difficult to break. This is how we can introduce this question. Introduction of this question. Then body of the question. When it comes to body, see the first part of the question is saying that population increase is the cause of poverty. The first part of the question, you need to give the reasons for how population increase is the reason for poverty. Population increase. The body part. How population increase is the reason for poverty. Population increase as a reason for poverty. See how population leads to poverty. Population పెరగడం వల్ల poverty ఎలా వస్తుంది? How do you give the substantiation for that?
Limited resources.
Yes. See, we have limited resources. See, we can quote the yesterday's report directly. See, we have the state of World Population Report. (2025) claiming that India as most populous country with the population of 146 crores, with a population of more than 146 crores. Now, with this population having only 2.4% of land and only 4% of water resources, with 2.4% of the global land and 4% of water resources, how can it sustain with increasing population? Because the population is increasing, land I can't increase, water I can't increase, that's limited. Those are limited resources. How can you sustain the population with the same limited resources? So that's how it will perpetuate poverty again. See, previously I have only 10 apples, I'm giving it to 10 people. Now I have 10 apples for 100 number of people. So if I cut and give the apple, everyone will get only a small piece. That's how poverty can be perpetuated. So this is how limited number of resources. This can be seen especially at this sector called agriculture sector. In the agriculture sector, the land holdings has been reducing. It was 0.87 hectares in 1951. It has become 0.14 hectares in 2011. Means if my father is there, only 2 children are there, the land will be shared between only 2. Now my father is there, 4 children are there, the land will be shared between 4 people. Means the availability of land for each son reduces. So the land holding keeps on reducing because of increasing population. So that's how the limited resource has become still limited. It is leading to poverty again. Then second, see, population increase is leading to poverty. See, government has limited number of health facilities, limited number of education facilities, limited number of job opportunities also. So the first pressure because of increasing population will be seen in the employment sector. There will be unemployment which can be perpetuated in India because many people will come into workforce. See, in the same report I was telling you that 15 to 64 years of population is 68% in India. 68% of the people are ready to work, but there is no jobs. So that is leading to unemployment. People are ready to work, but there is no work. That is called unemployment. So the second most important thing due to population increases, unemployment. Unemployment is again throwing you into poverty. Because if you are unemployed, you don't have anything to eat, you don't have anything to, you can't stay anywhere. So that is again leading to poverty. Then there will be the strain on the government resources like education and then health, which are very limited with the government. And then it will also have an impact on the environment also. See, consider only few people are present in Vijayawada. Now, because of increasing population, I need to accommodate that population. I have cut all the trees. Because I want to accommodate more number of people in Vijayawada. That is increasing. The over-urbanization of cities is leading to increasing slums. The slums increase, especially in Mumbai and Delhi, you will be seeing so many slums. To accommodate the population, first, the slums will increase. The second thing, it will damage the environment again because you are going for the deforestation. This is leading to droughts, especially in regions like Bundelkhand. This Bundelkhand region is in Madhya Pradesh, where continuous farmers' usage you will see because of more increasing pressure on water resource. There is no water to drink there. But still you go for cropping, which is damaging the environment again. So damage to the environment due to population is again throwing you into poverty. So that's how all these things are throwing you into poverty because of increasing population pressure. This is the first part you have answered. Now comes to the second part. How poverty can lead to increasing population. The second part is how poverty can lead to increasing population. Now tell me. See how poverty is leading to increased population. Poverty wala population increase avutundi. Lack of awareness. Okay. Obviously. See, there is a study which has been done by so many research institutions, especially US and Europe, which says that lack of awareness, especially in the part of women regarding the contraceptives, is leading to increasing population. Because the rural women, you don't find them using contraceptives. So that's why it is again leading to the increasing population. That is the third reason which I'll write. But the first most important reason is, see previously, many children were getting born and they are dying out. This is called infant mortality. You can't expect a child to stay for at least 1 year. Because chala mandi 1 year lope chanipoyevaru. That's why continuous reproduction was going on at that point of time. Even now in rural areas, continuous reproduction is going on because you can't expect a child to stay healthy for at least 5 years. 5 years worku, you can't expect a child to be healthy until you provide all the nutrition, until you provide all the food, everything. That's why the continuous reproduction process is going on, especially in the rural areas, because of high infant mortality rate which is present in India. The high infant mortality rate is leading to the high fertility rate. Fertility rate. Because more number of children are getting died out before they reach 1 year, obviously more reproduction is happening in rural areas. Now, second, children as economy earners. Children as economy earners. Actually, I have told you, more number of children I can send them to work so that my family will get the income. So that's how children are breadwinners for the family. See, today there was an article, I'll discuss about that article regarding child labor. Because today, June 12th is called World Day Against Child Labor. So, more number of children I can send them to work. So that's why the poverty can lead to increasing population. Because they are in poverty, more number of population, we can send them to work. Then third thing, as we said, the lack of women awareness. See, especially there is a report by National Family Health Survey, NFHS 5. National Family Health Survey will say, this says that among the rich women, the total fertility rate, the TFR, is 1.6 only. Among the poor women, it is 3.2. It is double. That means because of lack of awareness, more fertility can be seen in the poor rural women. When you are rich and educated, you will have that awareness or financial freedom to choose whatever you want. At what age you will get married, at what age you will want to reproduce. You have your choice, but not for the poor rural women who are uneducated. So this is how poverty can lead to increasing population. Poverty can lead to. Now, I'll show you this vicious cycle. See, I am in poverty. I am in poverty. See, because I am in poverty, I don't have access to education and health. Because of poverty, I don't have access to education and health. Because of lack of access to education and health, no employment. Because of no employment, I go for more children. So which is again leading to poverty. So this is how the continuous vicious cycle has been seen. You can't break out from this cycle. This is the vicious cycle of poverty which I can see. Now what is the way forward? See, what is the thing that we need to do to reduce poverty or to reduce increasing population in India? See, India is the first country in the world which has introduced family planning program. First country in the world. So since 1970s only we have started family planning programs. But now India is talking reverse. India is focusing more on more children rather than focusing on less children. Because now I've told you yesterday the fertility crisis is happening in India. The replacement level fertility kanna takku undi ippudu 1.9, 1.6 ko vachestunam total fertility rate. So we want to go for more population at this point of time. So now the more population is not problem always. See, population is not a problem, but how you are using that population is the problem. So if you want to break from that vicious cycle of poverty, you need to focus on only these three things. The first thing is the reduced inequalities. You need to focus on the reduced inequalities. For this, you can go for universal health coverage. You can go for universal health coverage. You know, in the US, previously there was this Obama Act. When Obama was the president of US, you have this Obama Healthcare Act, where if you are a taxpayer in the US, your children will get the free healthcare. Anything from the primary to the tertiary healthcare, it is free. Just like that, if India can provide universal healthcare, even though he's a rich, even though he's a poor. See, now we have so many insurance programs, right? Ayushman Bharat, there are so many programs. That is nothing but providing you free healthcare, universal health coverage. So health problem has been solved. So that the poor people doesn't need to take out from the pocket and spend for the health. The second is skills. Focus on skills. See, what type of skills are needed at this point of time? See, the information technology is booming. The information revolution 4.0, the industrial revolution 4.0 is working. The industry specific skills. What industry is aiming for? That industry specific skills is needed. See, whatever I am studying in graduation is not useful for me to get a job. Then why should I study graduation? So the graduation, this curriculum should be equal to what industry is aiming for. That industry specific skills are the need of the hour. Then if you are already in the industry, you need to go for upskilling. So you know, whenever in the IT job, one technology is redundant now. You need to keep on upgrading your own skills. Upskilling is the need of the hour. That's how skilling should be done. Then focus on the education. Focus on the education. The value-based education, the ethical-based education, and the quality education. The practical-based learning you need to focus on. So if you give these three things to the poor people, automatically in future at least, they can break the cycle of poverty. See, Ambedkar have thought of only this. Give education to the poor people. Automatically they'll break the cycle of caste. They'll break the cycle of inequality. So this is the conclusion which you can write to break this vicious cycle of poverty and population. So this is what I want to tell you regarding this question. So I think you have got clarity on how to write these sort of questions.